All right, everybody, remember to hit the like and subscribe button. So we are going to be working on my new truck. It's not brand new, so don't think that all GM vehicles have this problem fresh out of the box. The truck does have almost 46,000 miles on it. When I bought it, even with recalibrating it, okay, everything in this area you can't touch. Okay, it doesn't do anything. So right now, like my radio, it's all down in that corner down there. There's all in this section here is dead. So to fix this issue, okay, this is very common in a lot of GM vehicles. Now don't think that all GMs are bad just because of this damn radio issue. Now, I'm gonna set you up here, and that should be where it's aiming at. You're only gonna need a handful of tools. Please do not use a drill for this. You can go on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below on where to get the new screen. Now, you can change just the screen, but you know what? That's a big pain in the ass, because you gotta, and I'll show you here on this one. You gotta scrape all. The first time I ever changed one of these, I did just the screen. What you gotta do is you gotta scrape off this screen here. Okay, you got to scrape the this got a plastic sheet on it right now, but you actually have to, I'll show you from this side, this glass right here, you gotta scrape all that off, and it's a royal pain in the ass. Also, we'll show you how this all connects, but this is basically just a whole new piece. This piece right here was $100. Now, the tools that you're going to need are a trim. You could buy these anywhere. I actually got these at O'Reilly's a couple years ago. This is just a little trim remover. You stick it back here, it pops the trim out. And then you're going to need a 7mm wrench. That's basically the only real thing you're going to need. I don't want to say that's the only tool you're going to need. You are going to need your I believe it's a 15. Don't use a drill. I mean, if you have one of these, great. I have a little electric screwdriver. This doesn't have a lot of torque, so it's not going to break it. But we'll get into that. So as you can see, none of this works. Now, we're going to shut the truck off for this. Okay, no, you do not have to unplug it or unplug your battery. There's very little amperage going to this. And you just need to get behind this. The reason why I always tell people to get the plastic ones, the metal ones, you have a better chance of, the metal ones, you have a better chance of taking a chunk of the plastic out. So you just don't even bother with that. Just be gentle when you're pulling on it. It will make some noises. That's just because of, let's see, we need a little one. There we go. Just be gentle pulling it. It is plastic. It can break. And all it is just these little push-in tabs. So we'll put this back here, back seat. Now, as you can see here, these are 7mm, okay? And just unscrew them, and as you can see on this side, there's more of those little push tabs. Get something in there, pull that out. So let me, and I apologize if this isn't really showing you much, but I can't see the screen on my phone. So, it's a 7mm, no, it's a 6. So, you can use an extension. You will need an extension in one spot. I'll show you where. You're going to need an extension down here, right above the, right above your climate control. The reason why is because sometimes you can't get in there all the way. I mean, you can, but it's a little bit of a bitch. So, and these, when you put them back on, do not crank them. You don't have to put 200 pounds of torque on them. It's just hand tighten them, okay? and then give it like a quarter turn. That's all you need. I had a customer bring me a truck like this. It was a Canyon. He wasn't having this issue, but he was having the issue where it'll start changing the channels for you. And he was driving down the road and it just kept changing all the channels. So I've seen it where it has like this, you know, you can't touch the screen. It doesn't do anything. This did not stop me from buying a Chevy or a GMC, okay? Because if it was up to me, I'd either drop an 8-track in this or just put an old school radio back in it. I'm not a big fan of the screen, but again, I bought it used. So with all 4 of those taken out, and you want to pull this out, okay? There we go. Now, in the backpack here, there should be a little tab underneath this one. Okay, I'll show you. So you just push on this tab here and that'll pull out. Now you can't mix these wires up, okay? It's very difficult to, and I'll show you why here in a second. Let me put you down for a second here. This one does have a tab, but it's kind of stiff. This one's actually kind of like a phone charger. And I actually don't know what this one actually does. The one, oops. There we go. And then there's one at the bottom for your climate control. So there's 3 things. So this is your climate control one. It comes here. It's a gray one. It goes into the gray. This one's black. Goes into the black. The other side, this one, as you can see, it looks like a phone charger. I actually don't know what that one's for, so I'm going to guess the navigation, because that's usually what they are. So as you can see, we need the hex, or the T, whatever they're called. There's 12 of them on this one. Now, I know you've seen them. People say, oh, there's 13. There's 13. I've only ever counted 12 on this thing. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to unscrew all these, and then I'll get back to showing you what you need to do. Okay, everybody. So we removed all the screws. There is only 12. And then you're going to pull this up, okay? And as you can see, there's a bunch of ribbons in here. Now, before I get into any more of this, you will have to remove your vents, which is just 6 tabs, okay? If you actually give it a little twist to the side, it'll actually pop right off. Now, as you can see here, these little ribbons here, these pieces here, okay? You flip them up, all right? Now, this ribbon here and these are all going to stay on here, okay? So the only ribbon that is going to come off is this one and this one, okay? The rest of them can stay on. So leave it connected here, okay? So you see these little black pieces? They flip up. And let's take this off first. I don't have a fingernail. Yeah, give me a second. I gotta get a screwdriver. So this is what we should have. I just pulled this right off. This comes right out. Okay, as you can see, this is what we're replacing. Okay, so that's the old one. Let's grab the new one here. Now there is a plastic protector on this. We are going to take this off. Okay. More plastic on this? It's got a couple air bubbles in it. They didn't really put that on very good, did they? I don't know if this is a second cover or if that's supposed to come off. I don't remember there being an extra one on it. Unless they did it by accident. Oh, no, there is. So they didn't put this on right. I'm just going to take it off. That don't bother me none. The glass that's on it, let me make sure. Yeah. So we might take it off. We might be able to fix it, but for some reason it doesn't seem to want to let the bubbles go down. There it is. Yeah, this is just another protectant. You don't need that. I don't want that on there. So all we're gonna do is flip this over. Clean off these edges here. It just slides right down into this slot here. Okay, there's a slot cut out for it. Now let's pull this tape. Now be careful pulling this tape. I have done it before and I ripped it. So what I'm gonna do is be gentle with it. Okay. I love how they use like surgical tape to hold it down. Again, you can rip it, so be careful. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this down. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but fold that down. And then you're going to put this up and over. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. And as you can see, then you just put this piece in here, which I'm going to probably have to put you down for a second to do. But you will put this piece in here. You can see there's like little tabs. And then you're just going to push your little clip back down. And that holds it in place. Oops. And then you're going to do the same up here. Okay. Which I did not open that one. Let's see if it's unlocked. Yeah, it's unlocked. So we'll put this one down here. Okay. There we go. And put the tabs down. Now you're ready to repeat what you did backwards. So we're going to take this thing here. Okay. We're going to put this back on. Now it doesn't click or anything like that, but you want to make sure that everything is lined up properly. Okay. If it's not lining up, you might need to take it off and see what's going on. What we're doing right now. It's not lining up right for me for some reason. Let me see. Sure. Everything is connected. Ah, there we go. And then you're just going to take your, it is a T15, which my battery's dying in my screwdriver, but it still works. So, like this. This doesn't give you a high torque, okay? It's literally for like glasses. So you're going to put your pieces back in and just repeat everything you did in reverse, which I will show you here in a second. Just give me a minute.